Why was Thor avoiding his brother? Because he owed him money. All right, you've been waiting for the new episode of Cover By, and the wait is over. It's here. Welcome to it. I'm glad you're here. The MCU has a new hit movie in theaters, Thor Love and Thunder, so we're going to do a Thor-themed Cover By today. And when I say we, I'm talking about Comics for Thomas and Cookie from Just a Little Podcast. The three of us are going to look at a Thor cover, the A and the B variant, and decide which is the better and say bye to the one that doesn't win. I have links to their YouTube channels in the description for this video, so make sure to subscribe to them if you haven't already. So Thor Love and Thunder movie introduces us to Jane Foster as Thor in the MCU. I have been a little bit busy with some stuff, so I haven't had a chance to see the movie yet, and I'm trying to stay away from the spoilers and people's opinions and reviews, but I know a lot of people are talking about it, and I am looking forward to getting the chance to see the movie myself. I'll kick us off with first thought comments. Here is cover A. This actually reminds me of a Wonder Woman cover from a couple years ago, but I do like the simplicity to it, where we have the Jane Foster Thor on the bottom reaching up to the Thor that we know. On top, he's upside down, reaching down, almost like a mirror universe type thing, or a flip side of the coin or something to that effect. So that's interesting. The minimal background really enhances the fact that this issue is going to be what I assume about these two characters. So that's got it going for it. Now looking at the B cover, here we have an action scene, which I typically seem to like a little bit more. However, we have Jane Foster as Thor. Her face is kind of turned away from the cover, so we're not seeing much of her face. I do like the red of the capes really pop with the colors, and I like seeing Loki on there too. And I like getting an idea that Loki, possibly is in this book, or there's some type of confrontation with him. I like seeing the other people around and seeing it set in, the Earth environment. While it's the same trade dress on both issues, I actually think the coloring on the B cover for the trade dress pops a little bit better. So there's things that I like about both of these covers. I've got a few minutes to make up my mind, though, which one I'm going to pick as my final vote. While I'm doing that, we'll check in first with Comics for Thomas with his first thought comments.
So we are going to be going with Thor Volume 4, Issue number 4. So that doesn't sound alike at all. So I actually had this cover at one point. I feel like there might be like a tiny minor key in there. I can't remember exactly. I know like a lot with these Thor runs, there's just like so many new characters that were popping up left and right, and a lot of them got hot later. Not that it has anything to do with cover by, but still, I like this cover. Like you can kind of flip it around. You can get whichever Thor is facing you, obviously, but except for we have the writing right in the middle, so you do have to hold it up a certain way. I think they're both drawn really well as well, and the red works with the blue background. So, and going back actually to the Thor writing, I like it. It's almost like it's glowing or something similar. So I like what they did with the shading on it. So overall, nice cover. Looking at the B variant here for Thor. Number 4, Volume 4, and I'm not a huge fan of this cover. I do think the red looks really nice, but it's because I think everything in the background is so dull. You got some browns back there, some grays back there. Even the blue on the Thor writing and the ground is it's very bland. So that red is really popping up for me, and I know I'm talking about clothing for some reason right now, but the Loki's coat as well, that really, really nice green, again, compared to the background, looks really nice, but I don't feel there's really much going on in this cover. It makes sense, actually, that it's like a B cover or a second print variant, anything along those lines where sometimes you're just kind of making a joke of the cover. So, you can kind of see Loki grabbing a card. Yeah, it looks like he's just grabbing a card from Thor. I mean, it's just one of those, like, hey, let's just have some fun with it. But they're not super enticing when you're looking for a really nice cover.
Sounds good, Thomas. Hey, Cookie, let's check in with you now and get your first thought comments on these two covers.
What is going on, guys? Cookie here with another cover buy, and this one we have Thor, Ultimate Thor. I'm loving this. I actually love Thor. I used to try to go and collect the first volume, and then this is probably earlier into my stage of collecting comics or getting back into comics, and I didn't realize how vast and how expensive it would be to go and collect Thor Volume 1. So needless to say, I stopped doing that. But anyways, we're talking about this one, which is Thor issue number 4. And we have two really awesome covers. Jason Aaron was the guy on this bad boy, and I do enjoy Jason Aaron's work. And yeah, so we have Thor issue 4. We have cover A. Now the cover A, we have Jane, and then we have Thor, almost like the yin and the yang, opposites of each other. And I really like this cover a lot. I think it's so sweet. I've always loved the title of this cover, how we have Thor with the H using Mjolnir's actual handle, and then we actually have the hammer itself showing up as the O in Thor. I love the way they did this. I think it's really awesome. Love the detail that we have in both characters. Everything about this it's really, really cool, and I enjoy this one quite a bit. I love the detail in Thor's arm that we have. It's like this metallic arm. We have the fist, like he's doing some fisticuffs. The axe, everything about this is really, really cool. I do love the way that you see the hammer almost like it's in stride, and it actually has some form of like force coming off the side of it. And I like it. I like the capes that are flowing in the wind. You can't go wrong with this cover. It's a really, really awesome cover. And then you got cover B. And we have a lot going on here. We have like Thor kind of holding back Jane from getting to Loki. And I like this one a lot as well. We have Loki being the trickster that he is. It's a really cool cover as well. We see the speed that's happening here. As far as I'm assuming Thor probably getting in the way of Jane from killing it's been a long day. It's been a long day. But Thor killing Loki. I like that a lot. I like the different characters that are in the background. It kind of enhances in there. And again, we do have the same title block that's going on. I really like this as well. Both of these are really cool covers.
Sounds good, Cookie. Well, it's that time in cover buy where we make the choice. Is it the A cover or is it the B cover? So I'm going to go first, and I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been listening to what Thomas has been saying and what Cookie's been saying and my own gut instinct. And you know what? I'm going to go with the B cover this time. There's something about the coloring that I like. The thing I dislike the most about the B cover is Jane Foster's face turned away from the cover. But I love how the red of the capes pop. I love how the trade dress, the coloring of that pops a little bit more. So the coloring for me really made this B cover. Plus I like seeing Loki there and a little bit of a rift going on between the characters in this cover. So that's why I'm going to end up picking the B cover. Let's see if anyone else shares my thoughts in picking the B cover. Comics for Thomas, which one are you picking?
So I'm going to be going with cover A. As I mentioned, I like everything that's going on there. I love the color scheme. The art is done really, really well. It's really good. And I've read some of this run, maybe even the entire run. So on the inside of both these books, obviously, because they're the same book, it's a good read as well. I mean, Jason Aaron for days, right? So that B cover, if I start just talking about the clothing, then we got an issue. So not that the red doesn't pop, but I really didn't have much else to say about that B cover. So A all day.
Ooh, so Thomas went with the A cover. I have to confess, I kind of had a feeling that he was going to. So it's 1 vote B, 1 vote A. We have a tie that needs to be broken now by Cookie from Just a Little Podcast.
All right, so I am going to pick cover A. I think cover A does it for me. I like the simplicity of what's going on in the background. I like the fact that the title is separating both the characters from each other, and just the poses that they have going on, I think, are really cool. Almost like they are legit yin and yang. They're the opposite sides of the coin, a negative and a positive of each other's image. And I really like that a lot. I think it's really, really cool concept. I enjoy it. And of course, I love the Thor in the middle. I just really, really dig that. So yeah, cover A is going to be it for me.
There we have it. The panel has spoken and they have said Cover A is the winner. Sorry, B. Bye. Cover A is the one being chose today in Cover By. Is that the one that you would have picked, or were you with me and would have picked Cover B? I'd love to get your comments below in that. Your comments are welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. If you want to let me know, in general speaking terms, since I haven't seen the movie yet, what you thought of it, that would be good too. Like a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or 5 stars, or whatever you want to do. Want to drop that down in the comment section below, that's cool. Did you like Jane Foster as Thor? Which incidentally, for years, I've been loving to tease and call it Jane Fonda as Thor. There's a big difference between Jane Foster as Thor and Jane Fonda as Thor. But you can drop a comment below and dialogue about that. As I said, your comments are welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll take this opportunity to do so now, and clicking the notification bell informs you when new content is added. That wraps up our Marvel Cover By for the month, but it doesn't end Cover Buys for the month because there is a third Friday this month, which means it's indie time. And that's what we'll be doing in 2 weeks. Catch you then. Take care.